Hey guys, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. We work with beginners, those of you that are retired, maybe those of you in your 30s or 20s, and you're like, oh God, I better do something about retirement. I need to get started. Well, we have no minimums. You can get started at jazzwealth.com. If you want to see if we're a good fit for you, just go to our homepage right under the header there. You can click, are we a good fit for you? Answer a few questions and see if we can help. Today we're talking about the right investments for your retirement accounts. Like, how do you know what investments are best for your retirement accounts? We're going to kind of dig into that a little bit. Look, here's the thing. There are financial advisors that they won't work with you, right? If you're a beginner or you don't have lots of money already, they're not even going to take your call. But then there are advisors that will work with you, and they're going to try to guide you towards certain investments. They're going to use mutual funds and bonds and things you've never heard of before. The reason they're doing that is they get paid to sell you these products, right? Financial advisors have to make money somehow, right? So there are two ways to go about it. They can sell you the investments, or they can just charge you based on the investments that they manage for you. Now that's the way to go. That's what we do here. And the reason that's the way to go is because it means that the advisor that's helping build that portfolio is really only interested in growing your investments, right? The more you grow, the more they grow. If the advisor is trying to sell you investments, well, all that means is that they're getting paid by the company to sell that product. I'll give you an example. Mutual funds, very popular. If someone tells you to buy a mutual fund, they're not doing that because they're just being nice, right? They're doing that because the mutual fund company pays them to sell that product to you. Now, think about that for a second. Why would a mutual fund company pay somebody else to sell their product if they weren't going to make that money and then some off of you? That'd be like if we owned a car dealership and I went and hired somebody else to sell the cars, but just for free. Like, I don't make any money off of it, so it doesn't really matter to me, right? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I got to pay for the building. I got to pay for the employees. So anyone that's trying to sell you a product, really, it's not that it's a bad product. It's just they probably have ulterior motives. So we don't do any of that here at Jazz. I highly disagree with that. But the point is, either way, you have to choose investments for your portfolio. So how do you pick? You got mutual funds, bonds, stocks, exchange-traded funds. You can invest in China, Brazil, Bitcoin, anything you want. How do you pick, right? So that's what I want to focus on here. I want to change the question that you should ask here. I want you to think of this in terms that benefits you the most. Forget the person that's working with you. Like, if you call me and you want to work with us, don't worry about us, right? We're very upfront with our fees. We only have one fee and that's it. And it comes right out of your account. So you don't have to worry about what our ulterior motive is. We don't have any. So you want to ask the question to the advisor in a way that tells them how you want to participate in the market, right? See, what we want to do is we want to say, hey, look, I'm so many years old, maybe I'm young, and I want to participate 1-for-1 with whatever the market does. Or I want to beat the market. Whatever the market does, I want to do a little better. Or I'm conservative. I don't want to participate in the market, but I do want to get some piece of that. That's the question we want to ask. So I'll give you a great example. We just got a new client here that, despite being young, despite really being in a growth phase of their life, said, you know what, I want to be conservative. I'm scared of the markets, right? I want to ease into it, and I don't want to participate in whatever the market does. I just want a little fraction of that. Well, we could build that portfolio. We actually have a great portfolio that's called our low volatility portfolio, where you're going to do better than a bank account, right? If you're saving for a house maybe in 5 years, or you just don't want the volatility of the market, well, there's a trade-off, of course. You're not going to get the same returns as the market, but you're going to get a little something, right? So it's better than the bank account, but you're not going to see so many fluctuations. And that's okay, right? This person came to us and said, this is what I want. Can you do it? The answer was yes. Now, a lot of our clients are younger, and so they're in that growth phase, right? They not only want to participate in the market, but right now they want to try to beat the market. They want to do better than the market. Well, that's an answer too. We have a portfolio that's our most aggressive portfolio that outpaces whatever the market does. Okay, so I want you to think of it like that. When you call me or when you leave me a message or speak to anybody else, I want you to think in terms of what do you want out of the market. There's a ton of other questions they're gonna ask you. There's, what's your risk tolerance and how long until you retire? All that's great, we wanna know that. But we really wanna know, how do you wanna participate in the market? When you turn the TV on at the end of the day and you see the S&P 500 was up 1%, do you also wanna be up 1%? Do you want some fraction of that? Or do you wanna see that maybe you did better? If at the end of the year, the markets are up 20%, I mean, they're killing it this year, do you want your portfolio to be up more than that, equal to that, maybe just a little less than that, or some fraction of that, okay? So I really want you to think of it in terms of that. Now, the reason why I think we're a good fit for you, and I hope you'll check us out, is because there's no reason we can't do that for you. I'm not gonna try to sell you an investment because that would just hurt us. Remember, we get paid as your account grows. We don't get paid to just call you and sell you stuff. We get paid to make sure that if you want to participate one for one with the market, we want to give that to you, right? There's no ulterior motive. I don't know how else to say it. So that's the question I want you to ask. Really think in terms of whatever the investments are that are in your account, they better be performing in the way that you want them to. Now, if you want to see if Jazz Wealth's a good fit, you could just go to our homepage there, right under the header, it'll say, are we a good fit for you? Just click that. A couple questions. I don't even ask for your personal information. And you can kind of see, what are you investing for? How aggressive do you want to be? And if so, what portfolio would we choose for you? Check it out. And if you want to invest, just keep clicking right through there and we'll start the application process for you. I hope you'll call us. I hope you'll talk to us. I hope you'll go to jazzwealth.com and I hope to talk to you soon.